Howdy, we're finally back on Quest 4 with a new party. Once they have concluded their meeting with Captain Ann and her guards, after the fight against the Shadow Guild, the heroes decide to search for new clues in the Orcish territory southwest of Twin Worm. The ever-increasing number of greenskins in the wilds surrounding the city and the last Orcish word uttered by Jack Crow, only to add to the evidence of Orcish involvement. Captain Ann decides to depart with the heroes the following morning, so the party can spend the rest of the day looking for more information about the orcs. See paragraph 4.1. All right. The heroes can visit several places to find out more information. Yet time flies. The active hero, I guess anybody, must take a power card, no matter who the owner, and face it face up at the position 2 near the event deck to indicate the flow of time. Each time a paragraph shows an hourglass, the power must be rotated 90 degrees clockwise. When it returns to the refresh icon at the top, time is over. I see this to mean that we get 2 turns, so we can do 2 things. If you want to go to the market, the slums, the royal palace. Let's go to the market. 4-2. The city's market is always crowded with buyers and sellers of every race. Each hero must roll 3 red dice if at least one hero gets the sword and sorcery symbol. Alright, so that means we get to roll 3 sets of dice. No. Second set. Yes, we succeed. If at least one hero rolled the sword and sorcery symbol, go to 4-7. There's some rerolls, but that doesn't matter. So I should have read about the rerolls first. 4-7. The word Lotar cannot be found in any of the tomes the heroes pursue. Yet one of the books depicts a strange place southeast of the city called the Spring of the Ancient Anvil, waypoint 1, in which a legendary weapon lies stuck in the stone since the dawn of time. The text accompanying the picture, the legend says this very weapon will one day choose her master among those who attempt to pull the stone. Furthermore, the book reports that those territories have always been a battlefield between orcs and humans, as the orcs consider the whole weapon and stone complex a symbol of strength to their god, thus deeming the entire place as sacred. Take note, Quest 4 Legend 4-1. So Quest 4 Legend. I have no idea what that means. The next place we're going to is the slums 4-4. Searching the slums becomes a very uneasy experience due to the increasing rumors about the heroes and their clash with the Shadow Guild. Suspicious gazes and side glances come from every doorway and a few open windows. Each hero rolls 3 red dice. If at least one hero rolls the SS symbol, go to this. The party may re-roll the attempts if there is at least one chaos person. There is not. I got the sword and sorcery symbol again. And so we can go ahead and go to 4-8. Until one of those glances becomes a gesture call to the heroes. A tomb raider named Laura talks to the party. Rumors abound concerning a party of heroes that wants to march into the Orclands to be slaughtered. Come, don't be surprised. In this city, each wall has ears and eyes. Back to business. I have an interesting information about the area you're going to for a price. Let's say 25 crowns, or an item may be sold at the same price. Alright, I'm back, and we are going to accept Laura's offer. So how we're going to pay for that, it doesn't look like I have enough gold available. We're going to give her these bandages, and since it's a treasure card, it's worth 25 gold. So I'm giving up bandages. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the treasure deck, so I don't know where that card's at anymore. And let's go find out what we get. So we choose to take our offer, go to 411. Then I know for sure that the Shadow Guild is using an area called the Spring of Stone and Anvil, waypoint 1, as an exchange spot for their smuggling. You'll want to look for some of the crates under the water. Keep what you find or destroy it, I don't care. But I have no sympathy for you, but I hate the guild. They did not want me among their ranks, eh? Now they will pay. Farewell. Discard an item or 25 coins. I've done that. Each search area in the 2B map tile may be searched twice using 2 different search actions before discarded. So to help keep track of that, I'm going to put health markers on these search tokens. And let's go make sure there's our vision. Oh, look, hindrance. We're all set there. Now go to 4-1. Our time is up. We've done 2 things. If time is over, or if you don't want to spend more time finding information, go to 412. At the end of the day, the heroes go to their quarters and rest. The next day, the heroes, along with Captain Ann, march through the city amidst the praises of the people towards the south gate. Once before the gates, they meet with Count Dalva and his guards returning from their quest. Although older, the regent appears a strong nobleman with long, raven black hair. His gaze and his movements betray his excellent daily training. Hail, heroes summoned back to life. Your deeds seem destined for legend, even more than your very resurrection. And I give thanks to the gods for this. Captain Ann, I know you are leaving. Yet, do you have a destination? The captain replies, Hail, Count. Every person in the city is grateful for your efforts. We will seek the camp of the Orcish clan involved in the betrayal attack on the city. We will begin by traveling to the spring of the Stone and Anvil, one of their holy places. We travel light. Let's hunt some orcs. The Count replies, Unfortunately, I must ask you to leave the quest to our heroes. I need your help in the city, milady. You know how respected you are, and the men follow you. I cannot lose even a few hours. Gentlemen, good hunting. Reluctantly, but conscious of our duties, Anne leaves the party and follows the Count. With these last words, the heroes bid farewell and march away, leaving a cheering city behind. The adventure begins. Alright, so there's a couple things going on. We got these little search things, and we're told about a legendary artifact that we might be able to gain. So we have 2 good things that we learned from our investigation. I need to put the heroes on the map. They are here. The adventure begins. Let me make sure there's not a card in play. So it's neither day nor night right now. When day happens, when it comes in play, all heroes heal 1. Night has no effect. So we're ready to get this party started. And we can search these areas. So we can move 1, 2, 3, search. Or we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, search. Nobody has enough movement to actually get here and search. So what I think we're going to do... Who has the most actions? This guy's got 2 actions, and that's pretty good. He has 2 actions. She has 2 actions. So we're actually in pretty good shape there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts me here, and then I'm going to search. Lightning bolt is a treasure. Star is a treasure. Lightning bolt's a bag. Nothing. That's one of my searches, and I'm done. Now the cleric's going to go 1, 2, dash. And the cleric has 2 actions as well. He's going to use an action to search. I get a star. A star means I get a treasure. Ooh, it's an artifact. Reroll any hit or defense die. I might want to give that to another character, but we'll deal with that later. And it has 4 charges. And our cleric, we're going to put 1 charge with, because he lets somebody reroll soul rank divided by 2, which is 1 die per turn. And I usually use this on this character. One thing I forgot to use last mission was camaraderie. My witch hunter is going to declare this as the teammate. At the beginning of the quest, choose another hero as your teammate. When attacking, you can reroll up to 1 hit die per act if your teammate is engaged with a targeted enemy. That's going to be very important because I plan on re-rolling dice for that, and I also plan on re-rolling dice for my cleric. She's my DPS. My other characters can do some damage, but not insane damage. She puts out insane damage. So re-rolls are very vital to her. Alright, her turn. 1, 2, 3. We're going to search. Ooh, lightning bolt's a trap. Hit. Hit is nothing. Alright, I'm going to search again. Sword and sorcery symbol. Nothing. Alright, those are my 2 actions. Our turn is done. We have to draw a card for the enemy. Read and apply story event effects described in the storybook. So story event 1, 4:14. The noise of cracking branches heralds an imminent danger. In an instant, the heroes find themselves surrounded by a band of enraged enemies commanded by their massive war chief. Place the red orc on the gremlin spawn gate. Need to go grab the red orc. Did I already pull him? Nope. So I place the red orc. I'm going to need to find his card. Alright, need somewhere to put this. I don't have a whole lot of room. I guess I'll just put him right here. Looks like he has a special power. That enemy power is, if wounded, all attacks performed by this enemy are critical. That's pretty scary. When the red orc dies, remove it from the quest. Place a blue shaman in the gremlin spawn gate if there are exactly 3 or 5 heroes. Now I need to go grab the blue shaman. Alright, so we have a blue shaman. It should be the blue shaman. Let me shut my door, my dog's barking. Alright, so we need the blue shaman, and it should be the single blue shaman. So I need to find his card. Alright, we got him in play. It doesn't look like he has any special powers, but I do need to go find their cards. Got the blue shaman. Looks like he starts with 2 charges. He has a special power. And so y'all know how these guys work. I'll go ahead and read their cards to you and then continue reading the story. The Orc Warrior has Mighty Presence. He counts for 2 figures, 1 if KO'd. Rage, if this enemy suffers damage, recharge 1 charge. So he starts with 2. Berserk, attack with Magma Axe. This attack inflicts +2 and critical. Furious, if wounded, all attacks performed by this enemy are +1. So he has a lot of bonuses to his attacks. He's going to hit really hard. Orc Shaman. He's got Spirit Protection. Before defending, roll a blue dice. If you get a star, you ignore the attack. Curse. unless saved. Until end of time phase, target hero gets -1 hit, -1 armor. Wild Spirit. If able, activate the highest ranked monster in play. Otherwise, spawn one monster in the orc's spawn area. Evil Spirit, when he uses special power, like his enemy power, that's going to be recharge. So his little like action symbol, if they tell us to use his power, is to recharge 1 energy. He's pretty scary. Well, the orc shaman's not scary. The big red guy's pretty scary. But now let's go ahead and move on. Spawn number of players minus enemies -1. Are we good? At the end of the enemy turn, if the red orc was not activated, activate it. Resume play until the red orc dies. Place the red orc. It doesn't say anything about what to do with this story event. So story event 1. Alright, place the red orc. Okay, it doesn't say what to do with this story event card, so we'll just place it over here until we figure it out. That means at the end of the turn, something's going to happen. So it's a new turn. She gains her 2 shields. Everybody's ready to do stuff. We would like to hit the red orc pretty hard. But I kind of want him to come over to us. So I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this. It's a hard call. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the warrior to go over there to tank whatever's going to happen. He's going to move 1, 2. He will focus his attack, which gets him +1 hit. And what else is he going to do? So he's got 2 actions. He's going to focus his attack. And that is 2 reds and a blue. But who am I attacking? The orc shaman only has 6 hit points, but he might just shrug off the attack. And the other guy's going to crit me if he's wounded. So I think I'm going to go for the orc shaman. Looks like I hit 1, 2, 3, 4. I get a lightning bolt. 5. Oh, my weapon is on the forge side, so it got a bonus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage coming in at that guy. He's only got 6 health. But unfortunately, he has these little shields that he got at the beginning of the time phase. So he loses those 2. And then he takes 4. My lightning bolt can't be used for anything. But what I can do is I can perform an extra attack with the shield. It inflicts lightning bolt KO. So that flips for only 1 turn. I can do this every turn. And I think I can focus it. So let me go look at focus attack. Focus attack once per round. So I can't focus this attack. That's okay. It's a red die, a blue die, does 1, and does bash. It's not focused, but it has 1 damage automatic because of the shield. So that's why I went ahead and forged it. Now I roll 2 dice. Looks like I do 1, 2. Oh, I forgot. The first time I attacked that guy, he got to roll. He rolled, he didn't get a bash symbol. So he took that first attack. Now let's see if he can evade the second attack. He did not get the star. He did not evade the second attack. So I have 3 damage coming in. He's already given up his shield. So his shield is gone. And he dies. Because he takes 1, 2, 3. This guy dies, he gives me 2 soul gems. And we've got to find somewhere to put some cards. So we'll put the dead guys right there. That worked out really well for me. And he was bashed. And KO'd. So that's pretty cool. Alright. That was my attack. I don't have anything to use my second action for. but that's a good problem to have. So I attacked, I killed that guy, we should have got 2 soul gems. So in the next time phase, I can level somebody up. Alright, if the red orc doesn't activate, we're going to activate him anyway. Activate no enemies. So if no enemies activate, the red orc ends up activating. Move to engage. Attack with Magma Axe. Magma Axe is 2 damage, 2 blues. So 2 damage and 2 blues. That's 3. And his extra effect is star for fire 1. He didn't roll a star. So it only rolled 3 damage on me. I shield 2 from armor. Oh, yeah, we're tied. We both have Mighty Presence. We both count as 2 models. So I shield 2 from armor, and then I have to roll for that 3rd one. That 3rd one, star doesn't do anything for me. I take a damage. Now, he attacks with Magma Axe. Then he uses Berserker. So he's going to lose 2 charges. Now he's going to use Berserker, which is attack with Magma Axe. And it's +2 and a critical. So that's 2 blue dice. Nothing, nothing. He only did 2 damage, which I absorb. Oh, wait. 2 damage plus another 2. So it's 4 plus what he rolls. So he's hitting me for 4. I shield 2. Don't worry, I remember the crit. I'm going to do that. I guess we have to do that crit before I roll defense. The crit I get is -1 damage. So for the rest of the mission, I'm going to have -1 damage. So that's going to suck. That's his crit. Now I roll my 2 defense. Nothing. So I'm at 3 damage taken. That kind of sucked. It's okay, we're going to put a lot of damage in on this orc. This orc has a preference to attack tanks. So that's great for us. Now we're going to go ahead and activate 1. And we have to read waypoint 1, which is 413. As the hero carefully brushes aside the last branches, an amazing vision meets his eyes. A small hillock surrounded by a whispering stream bears numerous tribal symbol stones, framing a singular stone holding a magnificent weapon. Mist from the falling waters creates a myriad of glittering droplets reflecting the sun. As he approaches the stone, the hero wonders if it's possible to pull the weapon out from the stone. Once per quest, each hero moving over this waypoint can try to pull the legendary weapon from the stone as a free action, rolling 3 dice plus 1 if quest for legend was annotated, which it was. We're going to go ahead and try to pull this. So 4 dice. I got the sword and sorcery symbol. I really wanted another character to get this artifact. She's already got her gear. But maybe one of the other characters will be able to use it. Let's see what happens. The first hero to obtain sword and sorcery gains a random soul weapon card. Draw and discard until the first compatible soul weapon is drawn. Once the soul weapon is received or a hero has attempted, remove the waypoint, or all heroes have attempted. Alright, so we're looking for a soul weapon. Nope. 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 A play symbol, so no. No. Has to be a weapon. Yeah, elven plate would be amazing. Looking for a weapon, looking for a weapon. Maybe I should just... I guess I'm supposed to draw from the top, so I gotta keep doing this. Where are the weapons? Play symbol, flaming sword. So I draw a flaming sword, which is really cool. But I'm going to put that in my bag. I have a total of 5 bag spaces. I would like to give this to our warrior soon. That was a really good find. The flaming sword's amazing. Luckily the warrior can use it. Because if I'd gotten something that only the place symbol could use, that's like your melee DPS, and I only have one, and she's going to be using her whip the entire game. So, yeah. I know this orc wants to attack her. So she's going to move 1, 2, 3, dash. Now she's in the cell. She's going to focus her attack. It does 2 damage, and it's focused. We don't dominate because it's 3 to 2. So she rolls 1 of these and 3 blues. Hit, hit, hit. She's attacking in a cell with her buddy that was named at the beginning of the match, so she re-rolls. And it looks like she only scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on the orc. So the orc's got 15 health, which is insane. And since we hit him, he gets to recharge 1. Soon he's going to be doing that crazy axe thing again. So, he's wounded, his next attack's going to be a critical. Our tank's going to be being crit left and right, which is going to suck. So, we hit him really hard. Well, somewhat hard. We hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He takes 2 off right off the bat because of armor. Then he rolls 2 blue dice. Lightning bolts can be a shield. So, he shields 1 more, which means he only takes 3 damage. That's nothing. He's still got a ton of health. He's got a total of 15 health. Alright, now we draw to activate enemies. Activate all wounded enemies. Great. So he activates. He's got 1 charge. All he's going to do is attack with Magma Axe. 2 damage, 2 damage, plus nothing. No fire. I absorb the damage. But he scored 2 hits that I blocked, so I take a crit. -1 heart. My crits are just stacking up. Luckily I got bandages, which I'll end up using later. It's the cleric's turn. The cleric's going to move in. 1, 2. We now dominate the area. So the cleric has a nice weapon. We dominate because we're 4 to 1. We focus. The weapon automatically does 1. And it's 1 red, 3 blues. So that was a pretty bad roll. It's a total of 4 damage going in. I'm going to use my reroll on this guy. Still not that great. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage coming in. His defense is going to be 1 shield. That means armor, armor, shield. He only takes 1 damage. But that gives him another charge of this crazy strong axe. So when he activates, he's going to do a ton of damage. Activate 1 enemy. He's attacking the warrior again. He rolls 2 blues. Scores 1 hit. So before we do anything, we have to apply a critical. KO. Means all the damage is coming in. So 3 damage, I get to roll 3 defense because I can't use my armors. So I defend 1. I take 2. So I go to 3 to 5 damage. Alright. The warrior hasn't activated this turn. He's going to use a movement to get up. This guy's charges is... Oh! Hold on. I'm knocked down. That was just the first attack. Now he's going to use Berserk. He attacks with Magma Axe again. And Magma Axe this time is going to be 5 damage. Because it's +2 for being Magma Axe, +2 because of Berserk, and it's going to be a critical again, which is KO, which doesn't do anything. But he applies a second crit, because he always crits when he attacks, which is -1 armor. And then he's done. I stand up, and now we need to hit him back. So I'm not dead yet. I have 11 hit points total. make that 10 because of that stupid attack. I'm going to hit him back. So I'm going to attack with this weapon. We dominate. I focus. The weapon doesn't have its +1 anymore because of my... You know what? Let's use bandages. We use bandages, and this goes back to the store. That was our first act. Movement to get up. Bandages to get rid of all this junk. That heals me for 4, putting me at 1 health. Throw all those crits in there. Now I can attack. So I focus, we dominate, the weapon does 1 on its own, and that's 2 reds and a blue. Looks like a lot of stuff. So 6 damage, and I have 2 lightning bolts. I can make him bleed, or we can make it a critical. I think we're going to make it a critical. Alright, that critical's -1 armor. So that means he only can shake off 1. So he shakes off 1 damage, and then he gets to roll 2 defenses. So he shields a total of 2, then he takes 4. So he's taken 8 damage total. I don't think that's too bad. Now, during the time phase, this card would have flipped over. I'm going to use it again, attacking with the shield. We dominate. The shield does 1. It's not focused, but I get to do a red and a blue. And a lightning bolt will KO him. No lightning bolts, but that's 3 damage going in at him. So 3 damage total coming in. He shields 1 off the bat, then he gets 2 defense. He shields all of it, so he didn't take damage, so he only has 1 charge, because I hit him once. So he can't berserk on his next activation. He's got -1 armor. Yeah, so he rolled all his defense, and I didn't do anything. Yeah, but I did get to bash him. Because I rolled I had at least 1 damage in on the attack, so I got to bash. Alright. Might have had 4 damage on that, but it's okay. We're just going to move forward. I don't have the dice out anymore. I can't backtrack. So I bashed him. Now we do the encounter card, activate all F enemies. He is a squiggle. The active hero must shift 1 used power back. So that means I'm not going to be doing shield bash again next round. At the end of the round, forgot to put the KO back in. Based on the active hero's souls, 1 hero heals 1 HP. So we'll go ahead and heal him, even though troll regen would have got him. I think we're good there. We're back into a new round. I need to hit this guy hard. Unfortunately, he's no longer in our cell. So I'm going to perform a trade action with my Witch Hunter, trading over this really awesome flaming sword, and I will get the katana. So now our warrior has that flaming sword. She will focus her attack, so that's going to be 3 damage total. So 3 damage total, plus whatever I roll. We're hoping for a good roll. Hit, hit, hit. He's going to use his charge to let her re-roll, and it's still a shield. So that's 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The lightning bolt can be used for another hit. We're going to make that 7 damage. So 7 damage coming in. He shields 1 off the bat. So now it's 6 damage. He rolls defense, gets a lightning bolt, becomes 5 damage. So I get to put 5 damage in on this guy. But that recharges his charge. So now he's going to be able to hit us really hard. But that's okay, because he's only got 2 health left. Alright, we got to pull to activate enemies. Activate all M enemies. Otherwise, each enemy recharges 1 and heals 2 per act. So let's take off this. It's a 4. Now it's a 2. He has 4 health now. I might not be able to put him down as easily now. So our Witch Hunter has went. She's our main DPS. The next person that's going is going to be our Warrior. Our Warrior moves up, and he is going to attack. He focuses. The weapon's already 1 damage, so that's a total of 2 damage coming in. Plus I get 2 reds and 2 blues. This Flaming Sword's amazing. Ooh, it's also got once per round, perform an extra attack with this weapon. If you get a star and a lightning bolt, you can ignore armor. And if you get a star, you can do fire too. So here, here, this, that. Single lightning bolt doesn't do anything. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage coming in at the guy. He automatically takes 1 off due to armor. And then he gets to roll 2 more times. Gets Gremlin and a lightning bolt. The lightning bolt stops the damage. So he takes in 3. 3 is not enough to kill him, because he has 15 health, and he has 1 life remaining. Oh, I never leveled anybody up. I really need to take care of that. If I had leveled up my Witch Hunter, I bet he would have been dead. Enemy activation. Activate all blue enemies. Otherwise, enemies attack with their main hand, which is awesome because it's not an activation, so he's not going to use Berserk. He attacks with the main hand, does 1, 1, 2, 3 total. That's 3 on this guy. I get to roll 1 defense because I already have 2 shields. I miss it, I take 1 damage. Not a big deal, so much less than I would have taken otherwise. And now he's done. I get to activate my final person, which is my Cleric. My Cleric moves in, and the Cleric's going to put him down. The Cleric focuses, it has 1 damage, and I roll 1 red, 3 blues. It's not guaranteed, but it's fairly likely he's going to die. I spoke too soon, maybe, because I rolled really poor damage. So he takes 1 off right off the bat. He gets 2 defense. Lightning bolt shield, he defends the other 2, and he does not die. We get to draw to activate enemies, activate 2 enemies, otherwise spawn. So he gets to activate. He's going to attack our Warrior for 3 damage. The Warrior all his attacks performed crit, so I gotta go back, and that offhand attack went ahead and blinded him. Now this attack is going to be -1 hit. So he's got -1 hits. 3 damage coming in. I take 1 because I failed my block. Now he gets sacked with Magma Axe again as Berserk. And he hits 1, 2 with a lightning bolt. And his lightning bolt doesn't do anything, his bash symbol does. His bash symbol puts fire 1 on my guy. And he rolled 1, 2 for Magma Axe, 3, 4 because of Berserk. And he gets a critical with his attack, which is -1 heart. And he also gets a critical from Berserk, which is 1 damage. So I get to put 1 more damage in on my guy. And a total of damage coming in is 6. So 2 from the attack, 2 from Berserk, 2 from the roll. So I take off 2. And then I roll 3 defense dice, not 4. Oh wait, does my guy get up to 4 dice? I do get 4 dice. I defend 3. So I only take 1 damage. That's amazing. But I got crit pretty hard. The turn is done. Now the turn is done, this gets discarded. In the time phase, I take 1 damage, but I regenerate 1 from the soul ring. So the fire really didn't matter that much. During the time phase, I'm going to go ahead and level up my Witch Hunter. This is 9. So she's going to level 3. She gets a new ability. We're going to go look at what she can buy. I think we're going to go with, if your whip attack has dealt a KO, perform an extra attack with the bow against the same enemy. And that's a free action, and I can do that every round. Because it's a timer of 1, unless they tell me to shift a power back. And now she's got 7 hit points. She's a little harder to kill, but I'm going to try never to let her get hit. So, if I attack, I could do 1, 2, after that, search, 3. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack, and it's not going to be focused. Because I don't want it to be focused, because I want to go do all my searches. So she's got 2 actions. She's saving both those for search. But she's level 3 now. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. You round up. She has 2 reds and 3 blue dice. So, because of Whip Mastery. So she's going to do a ton of attacks. She should be able to put this guy down. And this guy will let me reroll if I do really poorly. So it looks like 1, 2, I got a lot of lightning bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the lightning bolt. Then 2 will KO him, so he can't use any armor. That's way overkill to do 1 damage, because he only has 2 blue dice. So no matter what, he's gone. And I could perform an extra attack with the hand bow since I KO'd him, but he's already dead, so there's no point. So this guy's gone. His stupid, insane critical on me all the time is gone. Well, the criticals are still there, but I can stop getting crit finally. The orc dies, and he gives me 4 soul gems, and he's removed from the quest. Alright, so I need 4 soul gems. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cleric wants to level, but it's probably going to be a while. So, move, search. Let's flip it over and see how this search card works. Ooh, both of them are good. Lightning Bolt is a treasure. Healing Potion. Throw that in the bag. My bag is now full. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I still got room. Now I get to search again. And I roll. I get Sword and Sorcery. He's going to let me re-roll. Hit. Hit doesn't do anything. So, no more treasure. That was 1, 2, 3. She is done. We still got more people to do, but we don't have to spawn enemies now. I feel pretty good about that. This guy is going to ask to borrow the bandages. First action. Second action, use the bandages. So the bandages that we bought are gone. I heal for 4. And to remove all these body conditions. Oh wait, I would have had to roll to trade. I passed my save. I was able to trade. That was my first action. Now I failed to use the bandages. So I still have that 4 damage on me. Now I'm going to roll to try to move. I succeed. I can move. So, let me double check the map. Thought there was supposed to be an enemy symbol right here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I may have knocked it loose or something. There's one over here. So that should be the one that I didn't put down. I accidentally picked that up at some point or something. But I had pulled all the ones for the quest, so that should be whatever's there. So now there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the right number of things on the map. Then I'm going to move forward my first action. I don't know if we paid the... I don't remember if I counted that I had to pay 2 extra to get here, but we had only moved 1 square. So even if I messed up, we had way more movement than we needed to do that. 1. We get to spawn 2 enemies. I'm going to get a green orc. So we get a green orc. Our second enemy that we get there is a blue orc. He has the berserker charges, so he can berserk too. Yay. Alright, so we get a green orc and a blue orc. Here's our green orc. Here's our blue orc. Over here, we get another enemy. So that enemy is going to be a pack of gremlins. 4 health. And let me look up how packs work. This is the first time I'm encountering a pack. So I guess I'll find their card real quick. Gremlin pack green. Horde. This enemy uses 2 figures. So we get 2 green gremlins. If it bites and deals damage and discards a random coin from the targeted hero from his inventory from the target's area. If empty, the coin from the targeted hero's inventory. If empty, from target's area. Huh. I wonder if I messed that up on the original Gremlins. It's a Gremlin pack. Oh, from target's area if there's a coin on the ground. That I need to pay attention to. They don't have charges. They have Thief. They have Horde attack. All attacks performed by this enemy inflict +1 damage for each figure in this horde. Cowards. If one figure of this horde dies, the other figure moves 1 away. Alright. Let me double check horde rules, see if there's anything special that I'm missing. Combat system. I think all the rules just kind of define how it works. So I think I'm good. Horde enemies. Some enemies, blah blah blah. Horde power, which means a single enemy card represents 2 or more figures, each with its own XP. They must be targeted and defended individually, but count as a single enemy on the battlefield in terms of activations and spawn formula. Each figure counts as separate for control domination. Okay, so they each have 4 hit points. It's not so bad. This isn't the end of the world. But it is a little bit annoying due to the fact that I have a ton of enemies out against me. I still have 2 movement left. And I don't know, if I move over there, I'm sure I'm going to get owned. After popping that, I think I will move back. 1, 2. No, I don't want to be out there. The encounter phase, activate all purple enemies. Otherwise, activate highest rank enemies. That means we're going to activate the blue one. 1, 2. At range 2, attack with hand axe, use battle shout. No, that's the... At range 2, move to engage and attack with war axes. Okay. So he's attacking with war axes, which is 1 red die. He got a lightning bolt, that means I get KO'd. And it automatically does 2 damage. And then he rolled 1 damage, so 3 damage coming in at me. I block all of it, but I still get KO'd. That wasn't so bad. I get 2 actions. The first action I'm going to do is heal my buddy. My second action is to attack and focus. So I got 2 damage there. And I roll 1 red and 3 blues. So I'm going to try to hurt this guy. Oh, did any of them have enemy powers? No, none of them have enemy powers. So I lucked out there. Come on. That's 3 damage. So I do a total of 3 damage. 3 damage. So he shields 1 automatically and then takes 2. Not quite the damage I was hoping for. That was the last person to activate for this turn, and then we draw an encounter. Activate all engaged enemies. So this guy actually activates. His preference is the tank. The tank's knocked down and kind of defenseless. So he's going to attack with War Axes, then use Berserk 1. So War Axes is 1 red die. He knocks me down, doesn't matter. That's 3 damage coming in. I shield 2 of it, so I take 1. Now he uses Berserk 1. He attacks, it's going to do 1 extra hit and a critical. So he attacks with 1 red die. Sword and sorcery symbol, so nothing. It's 3 damage coming in. And a crit. Doesn't matter because I'm knocked down. It'll matter later. So I get to roll 3 damage. So 3 saves. And I save 1, so I take 2 more damage. So that 1 can be replaced with a 3. Alright, that's everything that needed to happen. Not real happy with what's going on. So I'm knocked down. And I think we have to pull an event card. Heroes and enemies can't use their star effects. No big deal. And we spawn number of players minus enemies. But it's 3 minus 3, so we're good. We move into a new turn. My cleric gets his let somebody reroll ability back. And a warrior stuck on the ground, but he regenerates 1. So he's not in horrible shape. And he actually has 12 hit points, not 11, because he's level 3, so his toughness is 2. So he's still in pretty decent defense. I think what we're going to have to do is activate the Witch Hunter, let her put down this guy. After this guy's down, then move from there. Because every turn, she can almost kill something by herself. So we're going to start with her, because she's amazing. She moves up. 1, 2. She focuses. And we dominate. So the whip does 2. We focus, we dominate. It's doing 4. And it's doing 2 reds and 3 blues. And her buddy's in the cell, so she can re-roll 1 die. So let's see. This is 1, 2, 3. Just a metric ton of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage plus a KO. This guy's gone. Because he doesn't have any defensive rolls. So I did his full health total to him. He didn't even need to be hurt. There's my dead enemies. And we get 10 coins, which he picks up. Need to go find my bucket that has the coins. She uses an action to pick it up. So she picks up the coins. And we get 2 soul gems for that. That would take us to 6 soul gems. And her next action will be to trade more bandages to the tank. He can hold a total of 2 things. So she will trade the bandages to the cleric. That's her turn. Now we have to activate enemies. Activate all green enemies. That means all the enemies are activating. And I'm not keeping track of who's controlling what, so I probably should assign those just so I know. Let's say she controls the green orc, and the cleric controls the gremlins. So the cleric's heal is back, because we're in a new turn. My shield bash would have rotated 1, so I can't bash this turn. Now, we activate the green orc. He wants to attack play enemies. That sucks for me. 1. Enemies are 2 away. Attack with hand axe. Doesn't look like I can make that line of sight without going through a boundary. Let's see. No, I think I go over the edge, so that attack can't be made. We ignore the attack with hand axe. Use battle shout. So all other humanoids get +1 shield. That doesn't matter because he's not with anybody. So we're pretty good. The gremlins. This is the first time I'm going to get to attack with a pack. See, the card being over here is not useful. I need to find a better way to keep track of who owns what. They're going to 2 to 3 attack with stones, move 2. They want to attack the person with the most money, which is the warrior, luckily. So the stones do 2, which is nothing. So each one attack with stones twice. Does no damage. Oh, a -1 armor. It might do damage. I have to roll a defense. So roll my defense. Second stone attack. I take a damage. So we'll flip this to a 2. Then after doing that, move 2 areas. 1, 2. All right. Second guy, attack with stones. So I have to roll my defense. Roll my defense. 1, 2, and we're in decent shape. I did spend a turn being blind, so this can go away. All right, I might as well activate my tank now. My tank's going to get up, 1 movement point. Going to use his bandages, first action. That'll take off 4, leaving me at 1 health. Well, 1 hit point taken, and I get to remove all this junk. And I have 2 actions left, so I'm going to move 1. That's my second movement. And my next action is going to be to focus. So we're tied for domination, so I'm focusing my attack, and I get to attack with 2 reds and 2 blues. Looks like I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 damage plus another 2 more. They don't have any armor. I kill 1. I don't know about the coins down here. I don't know if each one's worth a soul gem or if the pack is worth a soul gem. Let me see if I can figure that out because that's important. Oh, I think they count as 1 figure, but for control. So I'm going to kill 1 of them. When another one dies, the other one moves away 1 square. So, cowardice. If a figure dies, the other figure moves away 1. So I can't use my free extra attack that I got from my 2 lightning bolts, which is once per round, to perform an additional attack with this weapon, which is amazing, because there's nobody in my cell anymore. And I can't intermix movement with attacks, so I will have to be done. Activate all enemies that are at full health. Guess each one of those are at full health. We'll activate the orc first. The orc, range 1, move 2, engage, use battle shout, attack with axe and shield. He moved this round. That's important for us to remember. He attacks with axe and shield, which is 1 red, 4 blues. One hit. So 1 hit, I have 2 armor, nothing. The gremlin moves in, 1 away, move 2, and attack with bites. 2 reds. Lightning bolt is lethal 2, so let me go look up lethal. First time I'm actually using lethal. When an attack includes leap, they must be resolved. Before normal hits. Each lethal hit skips step 2 and 4 of defenses. The armor value is not included in the blue dice. So those 2 lethal do 2 damage to me. Can't do anything about it. So I take 2. Then there's 2 more coming in, which my armor absorbs. Alright, the green enemies are done activating. I've activated my Witch Hunter, I've activated my tank. Now it's time to activate my healer. My healer moves in. We have 3 models. They have 3 models. Oh, that would have been an extra... That would have been 1 extra damage. So I would have had to roll the shield. I failed my shield. I would have taken another damage. No, because they don't dominate. Let's see if they have control bonuses. Oh, attacks performed by this enemy inflict +1. So they would have had +1, but not due to control, like the old models. They have +1 due to the fact that they're a horde. So I take 1 more damage. Now we activate our healer. Our healer is going to heal this guy too for his first action. And this should be back up. I think. No, let's just leave it turned over because it was a double cooldown. My healer moves in and I attack. I focus. It's a decent weapon. And I attack with 3 blues and a red. So it looks like I scored 3 more and a shield. What's that shield do? I'm attacking the gremlin, sorry. I should have stated beforehand. But the orc isn't some... Like, she's going to put down the orc next turn. All he's doing is finishing off the weak thing. That's enough to finish him off. What is the reroll a hit dice? Still not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage going into the gremlin. The gremlin dies. He drops 10 gold on the ground, I believe. We're not going to pick it up. And let's see. I killed him. He's worth a soul gem, so we get a soul gem for it. So I can trade these 5 to get a 5. And then we get 1. Cleric's going to be leveling up soon. This is amazing. Now we have to activate enemies, which should be the green orc. Activate all play enemies. Green orc is a play enemy. No, he attacks play enemies. He's a squiggle. So he's not activating. Otherwise, activate 1 enemy. So he is activating. The green orc. Attack with axe and shield. His preference is the play enemy. He can't find a play enemy. It's going to end up being most wounded, which is our tank. So 1 red, 4 blues. I'm not too worried about. Let's see what his special ability is. It's bash if he gets a lightning bolt. He does get a lightning bolt. So he's going to bash this character that way. I think I forgot to... Crap! Resume play until the red orc dies. 4:15. Remove all orc warriors and shamans. Well, that would have been okay. Shuffling... by shuffling their enemy cards back into the deck, which I haven't had to shuffle yet. There's an orc shaman in there. Where's the gremlin that I killed? There we go. Open the shield spawn gate. Where's the shield? Okay, open the shield spawn gate. Place story event card 2 over location 13B in the map. 13B. Story event card 2. Okay, so none of that affected anything, so we're good with that. So we need to go over here, is the idea now. And I'll move this guy's card there. So luckily that had no effect on anything. Whew. Alright. So he attacked. He hit with a bash, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. So 4 damage going in on my tank. I shield 2, and then I have to roll 2 defense. Those 2 defenses are good. So he did no damage. Event phase, this happens. Which part? In location. Play story event 2, overly location. I don't know which one's a location. They're both, I think, the entire location. So that whole area is a story event. So I'm going to put this guy over here. I kind of just want to go to that story event. That got discarded. Time phase, I'll regenerate 1. We get back our charges, which we haven't been using, so we're in good shape there. The Gremlin pack is dead. The Orc Warrior is the only thing in play. I can't decide if I want to put him down or if I want to go to the story event. The story event might spawn enemies. So that would be interesting. So if there was a formula, it might be better to pick up the story event 2, do the formula while that guy's still in play. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to activate our tank. 1, 2. Oh, cards that come back. This and this. Story event 2 is 416. The heroes reach a point where the tracks split. One of the heroes studies the ground once again and then states, well, it's supposed to be 13A. Let me go back and, yeah. Is it supposed to be 13B? Yes, it's supposed to be 13B. Hold on. This is my fault. 13B looks like that. So I believe that heart symbol we take a damage when we enter it. Not sure if I regenerated on my turn. I think I did. So I take a damage when I enter it. So 1, 2, just to make sure we made it all the way to the story event, we'll go here. So I was here, 1, 2, 3, we're here, we're at the story event, and now we can keep reading. Let's see what story event 2 is, 1416. The heroes reach a point where the tracks split. One of the heroes studies the ground once again states, we're at a fork, the tracks come from 2 different directions. That seems like a weird spot. That's really not a fork, but that's where they tell us to put it. I'm guessing as soon as we get here, that's supposed to occur, because it's kind of like, oh, there's a fork. But I moved to here, who cares? Maybe I'm misreading something, but that's how I see it. Okay. It is impossible to know which will conduct us to the orc camp. We need to gather more information by moving to these locations. Waypoint 2, waypoint X, to discover where the tracks lead. So I do not believe they are on the map yet. Move out and keep your eyes open. Remove all orc warriors and orc shamans from play. Oh wait, sorry, different one. To discover where the tracks are. This is our choice. Split the party or proceed together as one. Play story event 2 revealed side up on the event deck. That's sweet. I like when they give us a turn. Take waypoint 2 and X and flip them face down randomly. Hidden over locations B and C. It seems like instead of putting it on tile 13, story event 2. Let me go back to story event 1. When we kill him, 14, 15. Place it on location A. Yeah, that's a weird spot to put it because we have to backtrack. Maybe I guess the idea is we got to here and we're trying to go to there. It's kind of a weird point to put that story card. Okay. Take the story event card 2, put it revealed side up. Take waypoint 2 and X, which I need to go get those waypoints. So waypoint 2 and X, and put them on A, 9 and 11. A and B. Sorry, B and C, I believe. So one goes here, and one goes way over there. Why did I say 3? Did I grab the wrong tokens? Okay, I'm shuffling up the tokens. They're hidden. One here, one here. Alright. When a hero reaches one of these waypoints, flip the waypoint token and resolve it normally. Okay? When a hero reaches... Okay. Open the lightning bolt spawn gate and the star spawn gate. Remove the shield spawn gate, which never came into play. Place a blue orc warrior in the lightning spawn gate. Place the green orc warrior Place the green orc warrior. I need to go retrieve them. The green orc warrior. So we can keep them apart and know who is who. This guy's the one. He's worth 1 soul gem. The green orc warrior. So I need the other green orc warrior. And this is the blue orc warrior. The green one goes on the star spawn gate. And the blue, which I'm not sure if he's in the deck, we're waiting for me to pull. Okay, the blue one is now in play, which is over there. Then spawn number of players minus number of enemies. Wow. That's a lot going on. So I moved 1, 2, 3. I am nowhere near where I need to be. Story event 3 is right there. I'm kind of interested to see what it will be. So I'm going to use 1 action to dash here. I take another damage. Alright. The warrior is done. We have to activate enemies. Activate all squiggle enemies. So we activate everybody. We'll start by activating the one that was already in play. And so this is a little bit messed up because what we should have... This guy has Berserk. Oh, he has an enemy power. All attacks against him inflict -1 damage. And this green guy... +1 armor. So we got a lot going on. Now we have to activate all the enemies. So the one that's already on him, because I guess we'll assign it to, this guy controls the green enemies, and the cleric controls the blue enemies. I hate for those cards to be so far away. I'll just put it right here. I know I have an elixir. So it's his turn. He has to activate all the green orcs. At range 0, attacked with axe and shield. He hits 1, 2, 3, double lightning. Lightning it is a bash. He would probably push this guy here to be in more trouble. So that's 1, 2, 3 damage. And I have 2 armor. So I have to roll a defense. Lightning, I can use that to re-roll a die. Nope, don't get anything. So I take a damage. Now we activate this one at range 1. Move to engage. Use Battle Shout, which helps everybody else in the cell, which is nobody right now. And he moved, so he lost his shield wall. then attack with axe and shield. And he has Mighty Presence, so he did 1 more damage. I forgot about that. So this guy, when he rolled his other defense failed, I would have taken 2 damage. This guy attacked me, and he's going to bash me right back into this cell. He hits for 1, 2, plus he dominated, so 3 damage, so I have to roll a defense. I'm good. And I was bashed back into this cell. This guy has to activate, and his activation is going to be range 3. Move up to 2 areas towards the closest and attack the air within in line of sight within 2 areas and attack with hand axes. Hand axes do 2 damage minus 1 armor, so that's 2 damage coming in. And the area he's attacking is dominated, so he gets plus 1 more. So that's 3, 4 damage coming in at me, no armors, and I get up to 3 dice. 4 damage, and I get a shield. I use a lightning bolt to reroll, another shield, so I take 2 more damage. I'm actually not in real good shape at this point. So I'm not sure what I should do. I kind of think I should heal. But I think I need less enemies on the map. So to get less enemies on the map, that guy is the one that's worth 2. I'm going to activate my Witch Hunter. Move. And I need to attack somebody. The blue orc, all attacks against him inflict 1 less damage. I could go all in and just try to put down the blue orc. That would be helpful. Or I could just kill the guy that's in our cell. And that would be helpful as well. I think I'm going to go with... Such a hard call. There's so many scary enemies around me. I would really like to kill something. So I'm probably going to go for the green orc that's in our cell. Just to get somebody out of our cell. So I focus. Let me go ahead. I focus. That'll get me to 3 damage. And then I have 4. Oh, I rolled the wrong. I rolled the wrong number of dice earlier. No, I think I did it right. I don't get 4 blues. I get 3 blues. I might have attacked once with 4 blues. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, let me know. All right. So I get 3 blues and 2 reds. That's a ton of dice. That guy moved, so he has 1 less shield. He's only got the armors. This guy's only got 2. I don't know that I'm going to do 8 damage. I guess it's best to... hit the guy in our cell. Wait, that guy doesn't have a shield. If I KO somebody, I'll be in good shape. So I'm going for this guy. I know it's kind of dumb. Oh, maybe not. Hit, 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 hit. I get to KO him. The cleric's going to let me reroll. Yep, still a shield, so it doesn't matter. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3. I'm doing 6 on that guy. And I KO'd him, so he doesn't get to use any of his armor. He's got 6 health. Oh, earlier I forgot to put the bag on the ground when I killed one of these. It's okay, I think I made a mistake in my favor earlier. So it's fair that I make a mistake in the game's favor of not doing all my loot earlier. So that guy's down. And I'm done. So I killed him and we get... Where did I put his card? This is the one with the enemy power. He's worth 2 soul gems. So I need 1, 2. That's going to be enough to level somebody up. Which is really sweet. Now, I'm done. I have to activate enemies. activate 3 enemies. So I'm going to have to activate all the enemies and shuffle the rest. So we're going to take a bruising. Looks like I control nothing. We'd move around to this person, activate the blue enemy, then the green enemy. Hope we don't lose our cleric. Alright, so blue enemy activates. He moves in, and it says, move, engage with War Axe. So they double our numbers because that's 4 models. So they get +1. War Axe applies another 2. Then he gets 1 red die. That red die is a hit. So that's 4 damage coming in at the cleric. Cleric absorbs 2, and he blocks 2. So we're good. Now, the blue orc uses Berserk. He attacks again, and this one's going to be a critical. The critical is stunned. Stunn's pretty bad for us. So, stunned, and it's +1 hit. So, dominating 2 damage, plus another damage. It's 4 damage coming in at me. I defend 1, so I take 1. So now I have 5 damage on me. That wasn't as bad as it could be. But it's my turn coming up next. Stun. The stunned hero skips his entire next turn, forfeiting any kind of activity, including power, blah blah blah, although passive powers still work. Discard the stun token. Oh, that blows. So I activate. That's done. Activate blue enemies. The blue enemy is going to attack him again. And he gets 2 damage, dominating, 4 damage. I get to roll 2 defense, and I take another 1 damage. Alright, that was horrible. End of turn. Time phase. I regenerate 1. Probably should activate the cleric, but I'm not going to. I'm going to bring the warrior in. 1, 2, 3. The warrior is going to attack. I'm more likely... This guy hasn't battle shouted this turn, so we're good. I'm more likely to be able to take down the orc warrior. But he hasn't moved. Actually, I'm more likely to... Let's go ahead and hurt the blue guy. 2 reds, 2 blues. The weapon does 1 damage. I focus, I get another damage. And we're just going to go ahead and try to hurt the boss. This guy has his charge back in case he wants to let me re-roll. Oh, I like this. And he's going to let me re-roll 1 die. Okay, so I do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 lightning bolts. I'm going to choose to, once per round, use the weapon again. So 3 lightning bolts, but he takes away 1 of my hits automatically. Plus he has armor. He takes away another 1. And then he takes... so he took away both of my things. Then he takes 3 damage. This gets him his charge back, which is annoying, because he had just used that. Now his charge is back, because he just took damage. Wait, let me check the blue orc just to make sure. Yeah, rage, if he suffers damage, he gets his charge back. So, he's got his charge back. I hit him for 3. Now I get to attack again. Looks like the weapon does 1. Then I roll 2 more. That's a pretty weak hit. He takes away 1. He takes away 1. So he takes 1 more damage. He's taken a total of 4 damage. Then I have to be done. So the encounter phase is going to be activate all red enemies. Otherwise, activate the lowest rank enemy. Lowest rank enemy, which is the green guy, wants to attack the play symbol. I may have had him attack the wrong. No, I don't know. I think just the cleric was there earlier. So the play symbol is my witch hunter. He's going to attack the witch hunter with a red and 4. That's 1, 2, and a lightning. 1, 2, 3, and a lightning bolt. The first 2 go to the armor. Actually, you know what? This guy uses his charge. He's going to take the hit for her. So he takes the hit for her. 1, 2, 3. Bash. And I only have to roll 1 defense. Shield. We're good. It still got bashed. And that's a really solid turn. The blue guy didn't get to activate, so we're going to go ahead and put him in the dirt. The person that can do that is the witch hunter. They're back to dominating the cell. So the witch hunter is going to go ahead and put that other guy down. Ton of dice. It's focused, and it's a whip that does great damage. And it looks like I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use the lightning bolt for a hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. He can shrug off 2. After shrugging off 2, he dies. Should have leveled up the cleric. I'm not sure why I didn't. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for 2 soul shards, because he's worth 2. And he drops a bag on the ground. So there's another bag on the ground. This guy's dead. Now that he's dead, my turn is over. Activate all engaged enemies. He's attacking the witch hunter. Nothing I can do about it now. Ton of dice. 1, 2, 3. That's not much. I absorb 2. I roll a defense on the other. Don't make it. So my shields are gone. I get bashed, and he's going to bash me this way because there's line of sight here, which will spawn an enemy. It spawns a raider with a special power. This enemy deals damage. I used the wrong life drain last mission. If the enemy deals damage, it heals 2 HP to itself. So I got bashed over there, and I took a damage. Now, we draw enemies. Enemies activate 1 enemy. She would control the raider, because the other things, it was drawn during her turn, and she doesn't have control of anybody. The only person that controls something is our warrior. So she's going to control the green raider. So that's who's activating. Which is not so cool, seeing as I just lost my shields. The green raider has a charge for aim shot, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want to do that to me. So let's see what aim shot does. Alright, aimed shot. Well, let's see what he wants to do. If somebody's 2 away, use aim shot. The next crossbow attack inflicts critical and 2 more damage. So it's going to be a crit. And that crit is -1 hit. And then it's 3 damage and 2 blues. Looks like 3 damage coming in. I have up to 3 defense. I roll shield. That's all I got. So shield. So I take 2. Alright, next we're going to activate our healer. Our healer is going to use bandages on himself. So I have now 2 hit points. No conditions. Then I cast heal, range 1, on my witch hunter. Then I will attack unfocused on the orc in my cell. So that's 1 red, 3 blues. So unfocused is just +1 damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 damage coming in at him. And that's not going to be enough to kill him at all. But the lightning bolt could be a stun. So we're going to go ahead and stun him too. See how he likes it. That was supposed to be put back in. He is now stunned. And 1, 2, 3, 4 damage coming in. He absorbs 2 right off the bat, so he only takes 2. Alright, that's my turn. We have to pull to activate an enemy. Activate all enemies in a state of full health, which is going to be the raider that I failed to actually put on the map. So his aim shot is gone. So now at range 2, use aim shot. No, can't. Attack with handbow. Yes, he can. So 1 hit plus 2 blue dice. Lightning bolt is -2 armor, but doesn't matter because I don't have any. So 1, 2, 3 damage coming in. I have to roll 3 defense dice. I defend against 2. The star can be used to re-roll. Still didn't help. So I take 2 damage. So that puts me at 3 damage taken total. Not in the best of shape, but at least we finished out the turn and we get to do an event. Read and apply the day effects. All heroes heal 1. That's nice. This guy heals 1, then his troll regen on the next turn, time phase, will heal him fully. She will heal 1, she's happy for it. During time phase, I get back my 2 shields. Shift all powers forward 1, which just means this power comes up a little earlier than we expected. I think the first person we're going to activate is going to be the Witch Hunter. She's going to move over there and just put that guy down. So, and she'll get to check the waypoint. 1, 2. She attacks with 2 reds and 3 blues. So 5 dice total, and I can re-roll because of him. So looks like it's focused. So it's already +3 damage. Oh, +2 damage because I lost 1. This is my focus discounts my wound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lightning bolt, I could KO him. So I will KO him. That's 5 damage, unprotected. He dies. That results in a soul gem. Oh, before she moved, she picks up the bag for a free action, which is a treasure. Once per round, your next weapon attack inflicts KO. That's a really sweet item. Then she picks up the 10 gold that he drops. 5 gems here, plus he dropped a soul shard. And he dropped 10 coins. Let me go get those 10 coins. I pick those up, and we read the waypoint story. X. Wonder what X means. X is 426. Looking at the tracks and judging from the sheer number of footprints, the heroes understand themselves to be on the right path. The landscape in front of them seems even more dangerous, so they decide to advance with closed ranks. Resume play until all living heroes are on waypoint X and not engaged in combat. Oh, day. I was wondering where my cards were. So day is in play. I'm going to get another event soon. Kind of just want to go over here and tap this. Let's see. That guy's stunned. But I guess I should go ahead and put him down. So, oh, we have to activate enemies. Encounter. Activate all tank enemies. That's him. He's going to roll. Oh, he's stunned. So he doesn't do anything. Alright, our turn. I think the cleric's going to try to put him down and then move on. So I don't think the cleric's going to be able to do it because he has an extra armor. Because he hasn't moved. I'm not sure if I counted that last time. So we're going to go ahead and just say he has 5 health left. So if he's got 5 health left, I'm probably not going to be able to put him down. So, I'm going to move the warrior in to try to do it. The warrior moves in. The warrior is going to attack and focus. It's 1 damage, plus another damage from focus, plus whatever I roll. And it looks like I rolled pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got this. I'm going to ask my buddy to let me reroll. Good. I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage coming in. And he will shrug off 2 automatically. So he shrugs off 2 automatically. A third because of his armor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He takes off 3, he takes 5, and he dies. 10 coins fall in the square. I pick up the 10 coins, I pick up the other 10 coins, and he dies. We get another soul gem. So we get another soul gem. I pick up the bag. The bag is 50. Now I can reshuffle that back in. And there's another bag over here. So I get 50 gold, which is pretty awesome. I pick that up, and I put these on the wrong card. They're him. So he's done. I can get rid of that soul gem. Don't remember if the blue orc shaman was supposed to be shuffled in. Let me go check on that. Remove it from the quest. This one didn't say remove from quest. This guy's turn. 1, 2, 3. And he will cast heal on his buddy. And then his other action will be asking for the healing elixir. Our turn's done. We go to the event phase. The event phase, all non-engaged heroes may immediately visit the Emporium. So anybody can visit the Emporium. So since I get to visit the Emporium, this guy has some money. He's going to buy bandages. 25, 25. Okay, he buys 1 bandage for 25. Nobody else has enough money to buy anything, so that's okay. Time phase, I get to regenerate. I get a charge back. Okay, time phase. She's still wounded, which sucks. Now we're going to move the warrior in. 1, 2, 3. Not done with his movement, but we get to find out what happens. Alright. This was 26. So now we go to 27. The hero's journey continues, following the tracks in the most obscure and dangerous part of the forest, hopefully leading toward the orc camp. Oh, I thought something cool was going to spawn. It was a little anticlimactic. Maybe I should have checked out some of this other stuff. Proceed to quest 5.